Hey, fourth graders, this is using your and your with apostrophe, pages 247 to 248. So this lesson is very similar to our last lesson using its and its, it apostrophe s, very similar. All right, let's get started. Our first word is your, y-o-u-r, no apostrophe, is a possessive pronoun, shows ownership. So it's just like in our last lesson how it shows possession, your also shows possession. All right. Our next word, your, y-o-u apostrophe r-e, is a contraction. Contraction meaning it's two words put together for you are. So if I put you and r put together makes your, u apostrophe r-e. All right. Let's go over. So in our last lesson, we learned that we can test for whether or not you're supposed to use it or it apostrophe s by using the it is test, right? For example, the sentence here, blank, your turn. So which it should I use? The one with the apostrophe or without the apostrophe? So if we use the it is test, say plug in it is into the blank. If it makes sense, use the one with the apostrophe. If it doesn't make sense, use the it's without the apostrophe. So if I said it is your turn. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. So I would use the one with the apostrophe. So it's apostrophe s. All right. Another example, if the sentence was the dog ate treats. All right. So the dog ate blank treats. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if I'm supposed to use the one with the apostrophe or without the apostrophe. So dog ate it is treats. Does that make sense? No, that does not make sense. If it doesn't make sense, I use the one with or without the apostrophe. Yes, without the apostrophe. So it's it plus s, no apostrophe. All right. So I can do the exact same thing with your. So, but instead of doing it is, I'm doing you are, the you are test. All right. So here's some example questions. Is that blank backpack on the floor? So fill in you are in this blank. Let me use a different color. Fill in you are in this blank. If it makes sense, then you would use the. If it does make sense, check mark for does make sense. You would use your with the apostrophe. If it does not make sense, you would use the one without the apostrophe. All right. So is that you are backpack on the floor? Does that make sense to you? Nope. So would you use the one with the apostrophe or without? Without, right? If it doesn't make sense, use the your minus the apostrophe. All right, next one. Blank going to the dentist tomorrow. So you are test. You are going to the dentist tomorrow. Does that make sense? Yes or no? You are going to the dentist tomorrow. Yeah, that makes sense, right? So you would use the U apostrophe RE version of your. All right. Do the next one by yourself. So blank jacket is in the closet. Do the UR test. So fill in UR in the beginning of the blank. All right. So UR jacket is in the closet. Does that make sense to you? No, it doesn't. So you would use your. Yeah. So it's also talking about whose jacket is talking about. Your jacket, okay? And this sentence we wouldn't use your the one wouldn't use y-o-u-r in the sentence for you're going to the dentist tomorrow because is it talking about someone owning something else? No, right? It's not talking about the dentist is not owned by someone or tomorrow is not owned by anyone. It's talking about you are, okay? So that's another reason why I wouldn't use this version of your. Okay, next one. I'm not sure if blank, happy, or sad. So do the you are test. If I put you are in the blank, does it make sense? All right. Okay, I'm not sure if you are happy or sad. Yeah, that makes sense. So you would use the your with the apostrophe re. Okay, I'm not sure if you're happy or sad. All right, so very similar to our last lesson, right? Instead of doing it is, you're doing you are. All right, let's go over these pages here. First page, think A, write your or your in the blank. So do the you are test for these ones, for these questions. All right, is that you are grandmother in that photograph? If it makes sense, use you apostrophe re. If it doesn't make sense, use you are. Okay, is that you are grandmother in that photograph? No, right? So you would use your. You are doesn't make sense, so you would use your. Okay, just do the same thing for the next 4 questions. Think B, if the sentence is correct, write correct in the blank. If the sentence is incorrect, write in the blank the word which would make it correct. Underline the incorrect word. All right. Mother said when your, so you're trying to figure out if they're using your correctly in the sentence. Mother said when your homework is completed, you may read your library book. Okay, so they're using the apostrophe you apostrophe re, meaning this is you are. Does that make sense? When your homework is completed, you may read your library book. Nope, that's incorrect. So underline the incorrect word. So you need to underline this. Underline it. Underline it, and then write the correct word in the blank. So instead of you apostrophe re, they should have wrote your, the one without the apostrophe. Okay. Number 2, your ability to kick the ball has improved. So again, you're looking at this your, and it has the apostrophe. So this is you are. So your ability to kick the soccer ball has improved. Is that correct? Nope. Makes no sense. Underline it. Underline the incorrect word, and they should have used this your. All right, do the rest by yourself. Write C, write 8 sentences on notebook paper. Use your in the first 2. Use you apostrophe re in the next 2. It's in the next 2, and it's apostrophe s in the last 2. All right. I'm okay if you guys copying, some sentences that you see in the textbook. If you can't think of some on your own. All right. So let's see here. Next one. So think A. Write the correct form of lie, lay, sit, or set in the blanks. So just in case you forgot the difference between those 4 words, I have it here. Okay, just we've done a lot of this already, so hopefully this will help you. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you guys can kind of. Okay, so you guys might want to pause the screen and reference it as you do think A. All right. Okay, so think B. Fill in each blank with laying or lying. Okay, I saw 6 large ships blank at the anchor. So laying or lying. Remember, laying, it's laying if it's something. Okay, if you're doing due to something else. So if something is doing this, if something is doing something to something else, you would do laying. All right. For lying is due to yourself. If the sentence doesn't include, something, putting something else down or laying something else down, you would use lying. Okay. If it's just being there, if it's just sitting there, you would use lying. But if the sentence talks about something else, putting something else down, or laying something else down, you would use laying. All right. So I saw 6 large ships blank at anchor. So are these ships? Does the sentence telling me that something else put the ships down, or are the ships just there? Okay, if they're just there by themselves, doing it to themselves, you would use lying. Okay, the 6 ships. Yeah. The 6 large ships. I saw 6 large ships lying there. Yeah, at anchor. Okay, they have been blank new railroad tracks. All right, it sounds like it's talking about someone else putting down some railroad tracks. If if something is doing it to something else, which word would you use? Laying or lying? So do that by yourself. Remember C, right? Adverb in the blank if the underlying word is an adverb, right? Adjective in the blank if the underlying word is an adjective. Remember, adverbs, they describe what? They describe verbs. Verbs. It's not how you spell verbs. Verbs or adjectives. And an adjective, ADJ, period, describes a noun. So you would have to decide whether the underlying word is describing a verb or an adjective, which would make it an adverb, or if the underlying word is describing a noun, which would make it an adjective. So let's do the first one together. The brilliantly red cardinal is a beautiful bird. So brilliantly, is it describing what word is it describing? Is it brilliantly cardinal or brilliant? Can't say this word. Brilliantly red. Which one? Brilliantly red, correct? So red, is that an adjective or a noun or a verb? It's an adjective. So adverbs describes an adjective, so it's an adverb. Number one. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it for this lesson. Take care, guys.